Hello, learner. In today's lesson poetry, we shall discuss alliteration. What is alliteration? What is alliteration? We define alliteration as the repetition of consonant sound at the beginning of two or more words immediately succeeding each other at short interval. What is alliteration? This is the recurrence of same letter in parts of a word. Recurrence of same letter in parts of a word. What is alliteration? Repetition of the same sound at the start of a series of words in succession. What is alliteration? Repetition of initial consonant sounds at the beginning of words. This is a technique that makes use of repeated sound at the beginning of words. So in our discussion, we are looking at consonant letters, consonant sounds, where at the start of a word, where at the initial part of a word, or at the beginning of a word. I shall use the poem Betty Botta to discuss alliteration. We said alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds. These are the consonant sounds I'm talking about. B, B, B sound. Repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of two or more words. Beginning of two or more words. These are 7 words. At the beginning of these 7 words, what we have? We have the sound B, consonant B. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of 2 or more words, immediately succeeding each other at short notice. Look at this. This is immediately. Nothing interrupts in between here, apart from this and this one. So this is what I'm calling at short notice. What is alliteration? Alliteration is the recurrence of same letter in parts of a word. This is what I'm talking about. B, B, Betty bought a recurrence. Betty bought some butter. Recurrence of same sound at parts of words. We are saying the alliteration is the repetition of the same sound at the start of a series of words in succession. So I'm calling series of words in succession, one after the other. What is alliteration? Repetition of initial. Initial means at the start, at the beginning of a word. Repetition of initial consonant sound at the beginning of words. What is alliteration? A technique that makes use of repeated sound at the beginning of multiple words grouped together. These are multiple words, one after the other, grouped together. We are saying repeated sound. And when we talk of sound, we are talking of the B sound in this case. B sound. We have B here, we have B here. If you look at this repetition, we have B here, butter, bitter, better. You know? Butter, bitter, butter, bitter, butter, better, beta, butter, beat, bought. These words are in close proximity. So I'm using the poem Betty Botta to discuss the beats, to discuss the rhythm, to discuss the sounds caused by repetition of what we call consonant letters. Betty bought some butter. Bet, she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my beta, it will make my beta bitter. Bet, a bit of better butter will make my beta butter. So she bought a bit of butter, better than her beta butter, and she put it in her beta, and the beta was not bitter. So it was Betty bought a bit of beta butter. What's this? We have some imitation of some sounds. You have a bowl, we have a spoon, I have flour here, mix your flour and water. If I have to make pancake, I'll have to beat the batter. Batter is a mixture of flour, water, with the purpose of making some kind of a mixture, soft mixture, so I can use this to make, let's say, a pancake or a cake. That's what Betty Butter was struggling to do. She bought some butter, put that butter in a batter, that's a mixture of flour and water. But to her disappointment, it made the batter, that mixture, bitter. Okay, and she decided to redo it again. She went and bought better butter, and this time when she mixed the better butter with the beta mixture of flour and water, her end product became better. So this is what I'm calling alliteration. Take note of this. In alliteration, it is the repetition of the sound that matters. Repetition of the sounds that matters. And where? Not inside, not at the end of words, but at the beginning of words. So when identifying alliteration, quote line number. In this case, we have alliteration appearing in line 1, line 11. That's why I have 10 here, line 11 of this poem. If you don't look at it this way, look at this in this order, quick succession, one after the other. That is immediately one after the other. It should never be very far apart, not very far apart. If you look at this part here, we have B, we have B here, B here. Not too far, although we have this interruption. She said the better is bitter. And then if you look at she, there is the S here, sound S, consonant S. This is also alliteration. In our poem, what's dominant here is the sound B. Why? Because it's kind of imitating the beating of the beta. So we have said in alliteration, it is the repetition of sound element that is important. What are the functions of alliteration? We use alliteration to create musical effect, that is a lyrical effect in a poem. Alliteration gives a poem what we call its rhythm. Alliteration emphasizes keywords. The keywords here will be butter, better, bitter, and beating, the beating of the beta. Alliteration imitates sound like the B, 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 B. That's imitating a sound. Alliteration is meant to attract the attention of a learner to one part of poetry. So in this poem, also important will be That Action by Betty Bottom. Alliteration can provide regular pulse, rate, or beat that give a poem what we call a lulling or a soothing effect. A lulling or soothing effect. Alliteration provide beats that provoke feelings. So it makes a poem, let's say, emotive. Alliteration can help develop a specific mood. In this poem, there are two moods. That one of anxiety. Betty Potter is anxious. She wants to make nice pancake, but the butter she bought is bitter, therefore spoils her cookery. Therefore, the mood here is that one of anxiety. And because she wants to make cake, then she keeps on trying. She went for better butter. Then end results is what she's longing for. So what's the mood here? That mood of anticipation. Thank you, learners. I welcome you to like my video. Like my video. Kindly subscribe. This is Teacher Gashoka, Alice Babu G. Don't miss the next lesson.